Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful Fast Friday, August the 15th, 2025, episode 1315, part 1. Your Days of Praise passage for today will be the next The Series video and number 224. And we're going to be learning about the scattering hammer. Jeremiah 23:29 is our beginning passage from Henry M. Moore. So if you're excited, smash the like button. Just want to let you know that I will be working at the time this video goes live at 7. I'll be working doing my uh, cooler refresh, but I'm also going to be going in a little earlier than the planned shift. I got a backup shift at 4:30. I thought yes when I recorded my videos yesterday that was going to be at 4:30, but it's not till 6. That cooler refresher is not till 6. But there's a backup shift at the 4:30 food prep, and it told me if the one that shows up comes in and comes in for the shift, they'll take me off the schedule. But yet, here's the kicker: you still get paid for it, extra money. And then I have another backup shift at 8:30 after the other one ends at 8 for the same store, 3 shifts in a row. And if the person for that one shows up, I'll get paid for that one. but but getting taken off of the schedule for those won't harm my score or anything on my job score or whatever you want. It's like a scoring system they have, so it won't affect nothing. And then I have another shift that I found that's going to be over outside of Umatilla on 19, going toward it's Altoona, but I know where it's at. I know how to get to it. So, but it's going to be another somewhat. You're going to be stocking the cooler, but you're also going to be um helping stock the store, and that's going to be a 4-hour shift. So, woo! And that one's saying $52. Wow. So if all my shifts go through today, I'll have over $100 by the end of the day. I'll have almost $120 for this one day, and then I got the one shift for Saturday, which is another $20. So between the 2 days, I'll have probably a good $150, or at least 40, 140, $145 if those shifts don't go through. I'll still get paid for them. The one at 4:30 and then the one at 8:30. They don't go if I don't get. They'll let me know if the original person, the main person, comes in for that shift. They get priority, and then but I still get paid because I showed up. I showed up, but it'll work. It'll all work out. I'll make $100 today. So, but pray for me today as I do that. I'll have 2 main shifts that I know I'm doing. The other one I don't have to be there at 10, so that'll work good. But pray for me on that one. Um, I was sitting right here getting them confirmed, everything, and as I back up and it says if the original person shows up, you get taken off the system, but being there, you still get paid for the whole shift. I was like, whoa, I like that one. I like those. Even if I don't, if even I have to, even if I don't get to work them, I'll still get paid. Boom, that works. I'm liking that. So I'll start looking for more backup shifts. I still have to show up. I still have to show up for that shift, even though I might get turned to set back home. So hey, I can take that. But it'd be all three of them right at the same store. So three shifts, bam, 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 right at the same store. So hey, I'll be there if the main person shows up. Hey, that's a that's a quick payday. Bam. I know I got to work at the one at 6, so I'm gonna be there. But sorry for rambling for 5 minutes, but I'm a little excited about this thing. If the shifts don't go through, backup shifts don't go through, hey, I still getting paid. That's good. It's gonna be a good payday today. It's gonna be a good payday. But I'm just hoping the people show up for it. So, especially that first one, I'm not looking forward to the cooking part. But the bin prep, it says I gotta cook too, but I'm not sure about that one tomorrow. So I'll have to ask how the bin prep works before before I come home or before I leave that store, so I'll know. But I couldn't find any backups for Saturday, so hey, I'll just take that one for Saturday. That's $145, $150 in 2 days. That's a pretty good deal. So, but the Dust Series number 224, the Scattering Hammer, Jeremiah 23:29. Is not my word like a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? So, one of the most picturesque of the figures used to describe the Holy Scriptures is that of the hammer striking and shattering a rock. In the passage above, the one we started with, however, the rock is literally a mighty rock mountain. Furthermore, the effect of the hammer is to break in pieces. The phrase actually is a single Hebrew word that normally means disperse, disperse, or scatter abroad, usually used in describing the worldwide dispersion of the children of Israel. It was used even earlier for the first dispersion at Babel. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth. Genesis 11:8. Perhaps most significantly, of all, it is used in the prophecy of Zechariah 13:7. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. So this verse was quoted by the Lord Jesus just after the Last Supper and applied to himself. All ye shall be offended because of me this night, for it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. Matthew 26:31. So combining all these themes, the verse really seems to be saying, our beginning verse seems to be saying, it is not my word like a mighty is not my word like a mighty hammer from heaven that shatters the great mountain and scatters it abroad. Hmm. Okay. So our beginning passage is inserted in the midst of a stinging rebuke by Jeremiah of Israel's false prophets, contrasting their lies with the mighty power of God's true word. Perhaps it is also a parable of the living word, who is also the great rock of ages, as well as the living shepherd. When the rock was shattered, the living stones were ejected from the rock. The sheep that were thus scattered from the shepherd became the spreading fire of the written word, and they that were scattered abroad went everywhere when preaching the word. Acts 8:4. So I gotta, coming up tomorrow on episode 1316 for your Jubilant Saturday after 8, August the 16th, 2025, we're going to be dipping back in to an old series that I thought was ended, but I found another one. I found it another one to insert into that series, and I called the series Ours, Ours. That was just that's the title. And I don't remember the last one I did, so I'm gonna have to. By the time the video gets recorded, you'll know the numbers. So I'll have to, as soon as I get done editing these videos and getting them ready to go, because it is about 10:30. So I'll have about, as soon as I get done editing and everything, getting these videos ready for today, then I'll have to. Then I'll have about 3 hours before I have to get everything ready and go. Because I'll have to show up for the 4:30 just in case the other one don't. The other one's, if he shows up, I'll still get that 20. I'll still get that $20. 20. I think it's 2025. I think that's what the shift is 2025. So I'll still get that easy $20 if the other person shows up. Then I'll have to sit out in the vehicle for about probably maybe an hour, a little over an hour. I have to get back up, go back in, and check in for my shift, for my actual shift that I booked myself. So I know I'm gonna have to work that one. So boom, and get that $26, and then I get off at 8. Then I have to sit around and wait to see if that 8:30 one takes over. And if the person shows up for that one, then I get an automatic 19 for that one. And then I can leave. I could probably come home because I'll have about, no, I should probably go on and head over to the other one. That way I don't have to rush to get there. I can take my time because I'll probably need about an hour. I'll have at least an hour between that 8:30. I'll have at least an hour to get over there, and it shouldn't take me about 30 minutes to get over there. So I can go on and go on over there, and then about 9:30, quarter of 10, I can walk in there and say I'm checking in for the 10 for the 10 o'clock shift I booked. Check in, and boom, make another $50. Bam, and I've already would have made probably about $60 there, and bam, get another 50, 52. Like, ooh, it's gonna be a good one right there. That's a nice shift there. I only gained 50 or $40 just for the orientation I did a couple weeks ago. But I'm calling it ours, and I don't know at this time. I don't know the number, but you will know the number when the video comes out. So, but it's gonna be the next ours video. I should have had the number already ready to go. That way, you would already be up to date so I could write the number on the page. But we're gonna be doing inheritance. Inheritance where? In our Father's house. That's the gist I get when I say ours. What is ours? Our Father's house, and we're gonna have inheritance in it. Beginning with Genesis 31:14, which will also be in the Genesis playlist as well. So 2 playlists. So it's gonna actually be 3 playlists, and then the subscribe. I'll either be. I think I put the subscribe in there said the video, the previous video. So you'll have to deal with not seeing the previous video. I want to put all my playlists up there. That way you see all the playlists I have. So But that's from Henry and Morris as well for tomorrow. So let's see. Coming up later at 1 o'clock, we're gonna have God's property, and I should be working. Yeah, I'll be working in Altoona at 1 o'clock, so I'll be over on that one working. And then that one's gonna be the same thing as my 6 o'clock shift is. Instead, this one we're gonna be stocking the cooler, and then we're gonna go out there and help. I'm gonna go out there and help stock the aisleways, some of the shelves. I'm like, ooh, that's fun. It's called a merchandiser instead of just cooler refresh. But it's gonna be hat part cooler refresh, and then I just did this morning, and I'll be able to do that. If that second backup shift takes on, then I'll probably have to change my shift and probably have to go make it to 11. Probably have to see if I could bump it up to 11. So that way it gives me, because I know it's at 8:30 to 10, and that 10 starts the other one. So I'm hoping that one don't. I hope I don't get that one, and I hope I don't get the first one either. But if they get, hey, that's extra work. So, but tomorrow, your beautiful fast, or today, in part two of your beautiful fast Friday, August the 15th, 2025, 13:15, part two, at 1 o'clock, we're going to have God's property from John Blase, however it's pronounced, derived from Nehemiah 9, 1 and 2, and then 13 to 21. And then there's also the key verse will be 31. So, and then our Bible reading is Psalm 91 through 93, and in Romans 15, 1 through 13. So stay tuned for that. I'll get that in just a few minutes, but you'll see that later after 1. So with that said, I love you, appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep on keeping on and trusting God, and He'll keep you safe in all you say and do, and He'll see you through it. God bless everyone. God bless America in 2025 and beyond. And until later, peace out, everybody. So long. Have a great rest of your beautiful fast Friday morning. Come back after 1 for God's property, and we'll see what that's all going to be about. And if God gave you another day, give Him all the glory. So have a great rest of your morning, and I hope to see you after 1. Goodbye.